Chapter 1 1005. As he spoke, Basin was about to hurl Wilbur and Ryder toward Rinchen while he was making his way over. Ryder was completely helpless and was about to be sent flying. Just then, Wilbur sneered coldly. He reached out and grabbed the arm Basin was using to hold him, giving it a jerk. Basin, despite having activated his domain, was jerked along under Wilbur's immense force and unknowingly let go of Ryder. Right after that, Wilbur tossed Basin out. "This is impossible," he shouted in midair. Basin was at the sanctuary level and had activated his domain. How had Wilbur been able to fling him away like that? It was only amidst his hopelessness that he realized Wilbur was not just at the sanctuary level, but one who had stepped foot into the super sanctuary level too. Even though Wilbur had not activated his domain, he was able to take Basin down completely. This could only mean that Wilbur was at the super sanctuary level. Basin finally understood then that he had gotten the wrong picture from the start. A sense of dread and terror began to overwhelm him. He had been wrong from the start. He should never have gotten involved with this at all, asked to enter the ancient tomb or tried to go after his ancestors' power, nor should he try to go after Wilbur's treasures. He messed up big time. It was a shame, too, that there was no cure for regret. Basin's mind raced at top speed as he flew through the air, but it was too late. Rinchen took in the sight of an incoming Basin and threw a fist. A terrifying energy surged out, one that Basin could not avoid at all. The lava armor on his body exploded immediately, shooting out in all directions with a sharp howl. He spat out a mouthful of blood himself, flying dozens of meters before landing harshly on the ground. Basin coughed out more blood after landing. His organs had turned to mush. He was on his last breath now. Rinchen continued to make his way over. His body was still stiff, making his movements look akin to those of a puppet. Yet his immense power had scared the onlookers out of their wits, trembling as they stared on. Wilbur saw this, and leaped over to stand in front of Rinchen at once, taking out his thunder cleaver with a stern expression. Rinchen had not recovered completely yet, and was still relying completely on the crystal sternum and his energy from when he was still alive to move around. Yet even so, he was already terrifyingly powerful. Wilbur did not know for certain if he would be able to hold his own after Rinchen absorbed Basin's blood and life force. That was why he had to stop Rinchen and kill him. Rinchen saw Wilbur in his way. His neck cracked slowly like a zombie, and he opened his mouth slowly. "I'm surprised. You're even stronger than Basin, and I'm impressed. Absorbing your power might heal me even faster. Nice vision you've got there. I'm afraid it's going to be a bit of a pain to get there, though." As Wilbur spoke, his thunder cleaver lit up with spiritual flames, and explosive thunder rumbled as a terrifying pressure began to spread. A fierce wind kicked up in the valley at once, and a battle broke out. Over on another end, Ryder dashed to the car to assemble the super cannon before strapping it to the car bonnet. It was also then that Wilbur began his attack. He lifted the thunder cleaver, swinging it sharply over in Rinchen's direction. Just as he was about to get near Rinchen, Wilbur's body made a sharp turn as he moved to Rinchen's side in a manner that seemed to defy physics before swinging the cleaver down viciously with immense thunder power. Rinchen's gaze was still focused in front of him. It was clear that his body could not respond in time. The thunder cleaver struck Rinchen on the arm. There was a loud, resounding thump in the air. Rinchen's arm glowed with symbols. The thunder cleaver bounced backward as Wilbur retreated a dozen meters, staring warily at Rinchen.